Greetings and welcome to this edition of
Positronic.
I'm Barry P. Cook. I'm here to talk about the mid-season premiere of Star Trek Prodigy. Prodigy is back, you guys.
Yes!
I've been waiting for this. I love this show, and I'm so glad that it's back. This is the 11th episode of season 1, and it was called Asylum. As the episode begins, we find our intrepid crew aboard the Protostar trying to help save a whale-type creature on some planet somewhere as it's being hunted by some of the planet's inhabitants as part of an effort on their part to make up for stealing the Protostar. They do end up rescuing it by beaming it aboard the Protostar in front of the beings that were hunting it in violation of the Prime Directive before relocating it to safer waters. It's then that we find out that Gwyn has recovered some but not all of her memory. The Protostar then docks with a Federation relay station where they encounter its lone occupant who is afraid that the crew have arrived to transfer him somewhere terrible like Nimbus 3, which is funny. The crew then proceeds to officially return the ship to Starfleet and request asylum. When the crew gets scanned by the computer on the station, it's able to identify the species of everyone but Dal and Gwyn. But it does indicate that Starfleet knows something about Dal that isn't accessible from the station computer. We then get a flashback to when the Protostar was christened, apparently by Chakotay, via holodeck simulation. When the space station officer tries to upload and capture the Protostar's mission logs, the link-up sets off some kind of glitch on the relay station. And Gwyn almost dies when some type of medical bed that she was lying in as part of her memory recovery floods with water for some reason. The Protostar begins attacking the relay station, and not even the Janeway hologram can stop it. The station's lone crew member then takes the only escape pod and flies away, leaving our heroes no choice but to spacesuit fly over to the Protostar to try to get aboard via the shuttle bay, because I guess the transporters were down. The whole thing comes down to Rock's ability to do math as to whether or not the jump will be successful. And while it seems that she calculates correctly, they still overshoot the ship because as they jump, an explosion propels them a little bit faster than they wanted to propel themselves. But Janeway is able to tractor them in. Gwyn then remembers that her father planned on the Protostar being taken back into the fleet and then turning it against Starfleet. Before the episode ends, we see that actual Janeway is trying to figure out what happened to Chakotay. And we see that she and her crew stumble upon Gwyn's father floating in some type of suspended animation on the planet where the crew left him. So, as I said, I was super psyched that the show is back. I really enjoyed the first 10 episodes of this show, and the 11th episode is no different. I thought it was very good. Again, the show is obviously made for a younger audience, and there are moments where that's really obvious, and so it makes it a tiny bit goofy, but I think, as I always have, that it captures the spirit of Star Trek very well, and I think the characters are super likable, and the show has a lot of heart. There's a lot of funny dialogue. The voice acting is excellent. And, now it's even filling in story for classic characters where, in the first season, it really only did that towards the end. It looks like this season is going to be chock full of that stuff based on how this episode starts. It was great to have Robert Beltran's voice back as Chakotay. So I just enjoyed it a lot. I wish we were done with the whole character of Gwyn's father because he's scary and awful and horrible. And I don't like that he's not dead. There again, John Noble is excellent, and I love his voice work on this show, just like I love him in everything he's in. So, it's one of those good with the bad kind of things, or bad with the good, right? So, anyway, yeah, now we have to wait for episode 12. So I'm going to get out of here, but I will return with a review of that episode. Until then, I wish you peace and long life.